Hello Libra, I welcome you to my Astrolove channel. I thank you infinitely for being here, for your presence, your likes and beautiful comments. You are the owner, the mistress of your future and who builds it. Take what you want to manifest to the universe or feel that it speaks about what you are experiencing, and the rest of course let it go. It is a general reading that you can see whenever you want, and if you want to do it, Libra. You can also complement it with your ascendant sign or your moon sign as you prefer. Subscribe to find us more. Then we are going to channel and receive messages from your master guides or ancestors according to what you are expressing, thinking or feeling. You have a very beautiful festive energy. That is, your cards are calm, beautiful harmonies. In other words, you have an energy that attracts people a lot. The Pope or the Hierophant appears here as the first card. It shows me that you are looking for stability in your life. The truth is that your sign is the sign of harmony. Diplomacy. You don't like to be fighting, quite the opposite, and I see that you are stabilizing some complicated circumstance that happened to you days ago. The cards show me that it will be easy for you to reach agreements with people, and that it is very possible that you will enter into some situation or some time or in some era of tranquility. At least a few days you will feel that the most critical issue you had to resolve, you are already controlling it a little, or you are handling it in an excellent way. Probably other people have been a little bit irreverent, or other people have also been difficult in terms of their temperament. However, you have learned much of the matter, and you are also trying to moderate and not get carried away by impulses. The letter from the Empress also reveals to me growth and expansion in your life. Empress shows me that you even have to know how to deal with success. I see that you are learning how to maintain or sustain something that is good, that is successful. As I was telling you, all people want success, but sometimes when we do well in something too, circumstances can be difficult to maintain. They require a lot of attention, or they require constant creativity, or they also require a lot of energy to keep things going well. And then I see with the Empress that you have a challenge, is as if you had the challenge of maintaining the things that are well, like when you organize your house, and then you want the house to continue organized, and then there is that constant commitment to say, I decided that I was going to keep the house organized. That's what I mean, but I see this in different aspects of your life. I see that you are reorganizing your personal space. It can also be the fact that you are also doing more things for yourself because of your functional physical appearance. The Empress is an arcane that speaks a lot about beauty. Look for aesthetics in things, and I see that there is something that you not only want it to be, but to be beautiful, and so to maintain it so that it is aesthetically beautiful or works. You have to be constant, and I see that you have the ability to make something that is good continue working. It is a very good combination of cards in everything that has to do with the financial part. Also, because your letters reveal to me that you are not going to go to material loss or anything like that. On the contrary, you are going to continue prospering if something went well for you days ago. I notice it, I see it with the letters, and the truth is that I see, as I was telling you, where there is potential and where no, and you are making intelligent decisions that lead you to live a much more stable life in the immediate future. It is very possible that you are going to buy some clothes, shoes, or something pretty, something aesthetic. That is, I see that you are going to buy something not only because you need it, but because you want to have it, and fortunately the universe is going to be bringing you the resources or the money that you need for this to be a reality, or for this to happen. I see that if you have made any aesthetic changes recently, this has had an impact. This has liked this, someone likes it. Obviously, when you make aesthetic changes, you do them for yourself out of practicality because you want to look good, for motivation. In other words, there are many aspects for which one could make an aesthetic change, or also as a symbol of change, a commitment, also in that one wants to be different in something, and this I see that it made an impact on someone. I see a person that you are starting to like. You may realize this, Libra. You have a Page of Cups, the Page of Drinks. It reveals someone's approach, a person who will be more romantic with you. The truth is that I see him as very sweet. If you have a partner at this moment, obviously your partner likes you. He likes you a lot. But not only is it like a physical desire, something like that. No, this is something else. This shows me, aesthetically, that everyone has their own perspective of beauty. Beauty is subjective. Everyone who sees it sees or sees things differently, or sees beauty from a different perspective. Completely different perspective, but there is someone who is going to be telling you that what you did or what you are creating right now is beautiful. That is, you are going to receive a lot of praise for the things you are creating, for the things you are doing. Your sign to it is a sign that is governed by the energy of the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles, the Three of Coins, is a very good arcana that speaks of progress. That's why I tell you, your reading tells me about progress. You have a tendency to live in luxury, that is, your reading. It is luxurious because I see that you are going to go out to places that are beautiful, or in other cases you are also going to be meeting people who you think are special and who are emotionally sincere. You are going to feel comfortable with people and you are going to live experiences that are good to keep us stable. Other types of resolutions that require rigor are not easy, however, and even if you feel like you don't have enough time because you have an Eight of Swords, I see that you are going to achieve it. It's also good that you trust people who have been good to you. The truth is that you have like a team of people close by who will surely be supporting you, and I see that thanks to the fact that you are also a charismatic person, grateful, sweet, extrovert something, because they want to support you. So with this Eight of Swords, what I see is that even though you feel like you don't have enough time, you're going to achieve the most transcendental, the most fundamental, the most important. The Eight of Swords shows me that there is something that you want to say and that you're not saying. In some cases, it's like that you are keeping things quiet, don't have problems with people. Your sign is a sign that measures words a lot because you are the sign of justice. In the end, you realize that positive things were given to you in a different way and you didn't have to say things, but with the Eight of Swords I see that it is important that you do not remain silent, but that you talk about what you think is pertinent or that you have to announce or what to say. The Eight of Swords here is special Eight of Swords. It has to do with the Medusa because, as you may have already realized, it is a mazo that has Greek mythology, so there is one or another mythological figure here, for example justice, or you are going to escape from an injustice, or there is something in which you are going to be due justice, and you are going to be making great progress, and probably a person who is unfair to you is not going to be able to prevent that progress. It is not like I am telling you that suddenly, what do I know, you are going to experience some circumstance like that. Resentment with someone. Not that a suddenly resentful person will see you succeed or things like that. Nor because what works for you is that you succeed and get out of difficult situations, and I see with these letters that suddenly this type of people previously yes meant for you, a development barrier caused delays, but not anymore, and the letters also show me that fortunately you are no longer thinking about those things. You are freeing yourself from all that, and that is why for you there is creativity, because you know that when the mind is calm we think in a much more positive way. Or we solve things in a better way. We are going to get more people if they are loyal to you, and suddenly what people are not, who are not good at trusting them with certain things, like before we are going to get more arcana to see what else appears. You have the Wheel of Fortune, something good is going to happen to one of your children. Yes. You have children in the next few hours. I see that something good will happen to one of your children, or there is some responsibility, or there is something that you want to do for one of your children. If you have children, they can also be your nephews, they can be your brothers, that depends on whether what you don't let go. But in your letters a person appears to me. A woman who is close to you, who has undergone some type of intense change, or is a person who is still assimilating some difficulty that she experienced suddenly. If the change she experienced is not recent, yes. At some point a few months ago, at least he lived the physical loss of someone, or the physical loss of a pet, or something strong emotional happened to him, yes. And then I see that it is a person who you have seen, because it turns out that I had a difficult moment in my life, or something hard had happened to me a few weeks ago. I'm assimilating it. I'm living it. I mean, hey, with this card of the Eight of Cups, you're going through the situation. This Eight of Cups is special because it has Sharon the boatman, also from the underworld. It's like you're going through the situation of one calm, successful way. I see that you are interesting. If you are experiencing some emotional situation that is assimilating it, you know that you are still feeling all those things, because sometimes life moves so fast that one cannot assimilate everything. I also see with this that there is a person who accompanies you from a higher plane. There is a person who protects you from a higher plane. Hey, if you, for example, a few months ago you lost a family member, or there is also a person that you miss, but what I see in the cards is something good. It is as if this type of spirit did not want you to suffer or cry more because they are not there. You know, sometimes the important thing is also to commemorate what happened with that person, have that memory there emotional, and also remember the good things. And I see that this spiritual presence that accompanies you is something positive, and it is a person who is already resting in peace that you did a while ago, because you have already let go, or that person is already in other steps, so you know what it is, because if it is already happening you know what it refers to. It could be that, what do I know, you would have left some venture behind, or you are moving on to sell other things. Let's not say that. If you, I see a lot of the energy of the entrepreneurship here. You have a Three of Pentacles, which is very Capricorn, very much about acting, yes. Very about doing entrepreneurial things. You have the Empress, you have the card, the Wheel of Fortune, that is to say Libra. If at this moment you are doing some undertaking behind, maybe the cards do reveal to me an emotional transformation. That is, that moment where we also live life in a very profound way. And we begin to see things from a new perspective. I see with your cards that you are also about to experience some circumstance. Very positive that, as I was telling you, it comes to give you all the things that you have not been able to have in some cases, as it was for you. Counting, I see some type of person here who is going to be presenting you a lot. I mean, in this case I feel that it is for you. I have two interpretations. Better said, but start with yours, and I really see success, I'm telling you. I mean, I have already repeated it to you, but it is noticeable that your decisions, your calm decisions, your decisions, the decisions that you are making to continue doing something that is good, will work. You have an 8 of coins. I see continuity, I see success, I see that you are also choosing well with something that could come. To generate more money, swords, that is very yours, shows me a kind of magic that you have for business, as I was telling you. Or maybe if you say no, I am not dedicated to doing business, but it is true that right now I am from home doing other activities. You have a kind of charm, or you have a very great ability to make things happen. You know, here the Queen of Swords is to leave than to leave, because it is as if she were a sorceress. She is very powerful. Sincerely say to yourself, I see that you are going to do well. Very good, don't let others choose for you. Of course, because here with the 2 of clubs or wands, I see that you are the person who must make the decisions. It is possible that something interesting happens in the field of health in some cases, because suddenly you have to go for a checkup. In other cases, you receive test results from both you and your partner. If you have a partner, your partner respects you a lot. Yes, your partner. You do not have this type of relationship. Your partner is currently a person who I still respect you, even if sometimes you think no, I see respect from him or her, and something good is going to happen to him or her in the field of health. It could be that his or her physical training, like he or she feels that they are serving him or her. If he or she is a person who trains, that is, he or she exercises because he or she has here to Hercules. If he or she exercises, he or she will do very well. Or in other cases, as I was with you, Coeras and the 10 of Swords, let's see why this energy comes out here so intense. Justice, the madman, the good hermit, Libra. Look, I see with your letters that justice is going to be done to you in something. When I mean that justice is going to be done to you, it is that there is going to be divine justice, divine compensation, that is, someone who brought you something. Difficulty, he is probably also going to be learning from those consequences of his mistakes. That is, this is something that appears in all spiritual cultures, or that because it shows me compensation. As I always say, what we do like waves returns like waves. The things we do often have certain consequences, but I see that here is a person who, spiritually or energetically speaking, made you go through many changes that suddenly you did not want to live like that in that way. Sometimes we cannot go through the changes in a simple way, but this type of person brought you complications. I see a person here who feels alone. I see also at the end of a cycle that has been difficult, who suddenly carries it in secret, because he is a person who carries these circumstances in secret. It is not noticeable, or you cannot see it, because it is also part of how his things are going to be coming out from there. Of course, he does have the crazy card and he has the hermit card, but it will come out in a completely different way. That is, for this person to also stop living difficult circumstances, he has to change. He has to learn to be more aware that you are not well, yes, among other things, because I don't want to stop a lot on this topic, but the truth is that justice is an arcane that often brings lessons in life, and in this case I see that it is justice, spiritual justice, divine compensation, or cosmic balance, whatever they call it, or in some cases karma. Yes, we are calling it that karma. Well, it was karma, but I see someone like that. I see with your letters that you will distance yourself from someone who is not a person, yes, and of course I also see that a lot of renewal comes for you, lightness, joy, and the letters, as I told you, they show me that emotionally, well, you go to be coming out of a cycle that for you was strong, yes. Suddenly you too are assimilating many things, but it is different while you in one way or another have simply experienced endings or closures, or simply sometimes things happen to us that make us hit rock bottom and reflect. No, it's not divine punishment or anything like that, or expectation. Your reading comes full of surprises, because I see that something positive is going to be happening to you immediately. The letter from the Page of Drinks shows me how he was telling you something nice, what is going to happen to you regarding a person who loves you a lot, or also something that you are creating or directing. You have here the sign Cancer, you have Taurus and Libra, your sign Libra. Here you have Gemini, Sagittarius, Cancer, Virgo, Aquarius, Scorpio. Scorpio is strong. There is a person whose sign is the initial XN and the letter you name, last name or nickname of someone who makes sense to you with your reading, also with something else that is suddenly on your mind and that I did not mention. They could also be objects, places, things that you are manifesting, something that makes sense to you with the plans you have, with what you want to create in what you want to do for the future. Immediate, and of course, for you this is a positive confirmation, especially because I see that you are going to receive something nice or laugh at things that have been happening for days. You did not know how to stop them. Many times there are things that happen to us that we do not know how to stop that situation. And we want to change, but we don't know how. But energetically speaking, I see that everything that was causing a certain circumstance to happen that you didn't like is changing behind your back. As I told you, the universe also arranges its chips. Not only have you felt the changes, other circumstances behind your back, and go out. Remember that every failure, every challenge is a opportunity to start over with a new version of yourself. Face life's obstacles like a master. In the limit moments, you will learn valuable lessons like the new version. A mistake is not a failure, it is a new door that opens trust in your capacity for renewal. And then you also get this concept, which is the concept of the guide. This is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. Keep moving along this path. Keep going, people. We are constantly changing, and the most important thing is to dare to do things that suddenly can assume numbers that for you they are a practical sign. You have the number 11, 12. We are going to see another 4, and Saturn appears in the sign of Scorpio and the 6th house. Do you remember that I told you that Scorpio is what I saw? I saw it as really important since I saw the Queen of Cups. I said, maybe it's Scorpio. And yes, they started to get out the Scorpio cards. I really see it like that. Look at house 6. It shows me what you are doing, but you are trying again. I also see that you are already investigating another way to make things happen. You are looking for how to make that work faster, and thanks to that you are going to see other options. As I was telling you, I see that you are a very constant person. You are a very constant person, and thanks to that you will get ahead. Take care of your colon. Take care of the part of the reproductive system as well. It is good to have a checkup, for example. I say this as a precaution for you. Yes, like all people, we don't always need do no checkups, and so I see in general with this very valuable, this advice, really this from the guide, this letter of truth, that shows me that you are going to be able to guide you in these circumstances, that you are living what you are living now, that it is slow, it is not going to stay so long. Let me know in comments if anything I just told you resonated with your energy. If not, nothing happens. Let it happen, let it go.